Hello everybody, this is AngelBiter. Welcome back to another Minecraft video on the Crystal Sky server. I have spent a lot of time off camera getting a bunch of mending books and getting all of my gear set up with mending. So I have traded away all of my paper and all of my rotten flesh. I have none of either left. And I've also traded all of my melons. All I've got left is pumpkins here with the farmers. And yeah, that was kind of a mistake. I really shouldn't have traded away all of my stuff because my breeder over here no longer has enough, or I no longer have enough stuff to trade to keep my breeder going. As you all know, as I've mentioned previously, the villager breeding is not automatic on the server. You actually have to trade with the villagers to get them willing. I left 2 white coats, 2 clerics, and a farmer over here to continue breeding, and I don't have enough stuff to trade with them. I've got 8 guys over there where I'm going to set up the iron farm / iron shop. They keep wandering back and forth like that. I'm wondering if maybe they're freaked out they're not in a village anymore. I don't know. Maybe I'll set up a few doors over there and see if they calm down. But, and I also got a nitwit. So I'm thinking I might take that nitwit and stick him down here in the center of the mall. I'll drop the beacon down and maybe set up like an information booth or something there and put the nitwit down there. But I no longer have anything to trade with these guys, so I've got to wait for my farms to do their thing so that I can do some more trading. So I spent a little bit of time over here since I couldn't do any more trading. I spent some time over here getting the cow and chicken entity cramming setups done to feed into the food court. Now, the pigs... anyway, the pigs are going to go right here, and it's going to be your standard pop them up, breed them, entity cram. They're going to fall into the furnace that's going to shoot their drops this way and up into the chest. Very simple stuff. Now the cows, I copied the exact same thing from there to there, forgetting that I'm going to have to filter out leather. So, yeah, I'm going to have to add a sorter to this to filter out leather because I can't have leather going into the furnace. And I'm out of iron. So I need to do a bit of mining to get some iron. Ooh, maybe I'll trade mending books for like a couple blocks of iron and something instead of diamonds. That might be a good idea. Maybe trade... I don't know. That's a good idea. I'll think about that. That'd be an easy way to get some iron. But I spent some time getting a bunch of wood. We're going to go to spawn. I got ahead of myself when I started talking about trading the mending books. Sorry about that. The plan for today's video is to go to spawn and build a general store. And my thinking there is it's not going to be my shop where only I'm selling stuff. I want to have open this up. I'm going to put a bunch of chests in there, and anybody that wants to come and trade stuff at spawn, if they don't want to build their own shop for like an ore store or, you know, a dye shop or something like that. You know, if they don't want to build their own store, then they can just come claim a chest at the general store, stick a sign on it, and start selling their stuff. So that was my thinking. I got a bunch of wood. I'm going to do a kind of Western-style build for the general store. That's my thinking anyway. And, yeah, that's it. That's all I got to talk about right now. I just kind of ran out of shit to say really quick right there. But I'm going to go to spawn and get started on that, and I will bring you guys back in a little bit. Alright guys, we are at spawn. We need to find somewhere to build our general store. And I was thinking right there, looks like somebody's beat me to it. So, maybe back behind the spawn area? I don't know. Maybe we can... I'm tempted to move this stuff out of the way. Just rip all this up and move it to a more convenient spot. But let's see here. There's the farmer's market. We've got Duck has a shop under construction. All right. That path leads to somebody's tower. We've got Mr. Martin's house. I don't think I know who Mr. Martin is. Mr. Martin's laboratory. This is still coming soon. This looks kind of general store-ish. Maybe I should get with some other people on the server before I go about doing this. Well, if this is meant to be a general store, I could probably just co-op it. I don't know what Duck plans on selling. Cobblestone, feathers, and cooked something. Okay. Well, let me wander around a bit, see what I'm going to do. Let me see what these buildings are for. And I'm going to bring you guys back once I figure out what the hell I'm going to do. Alright guys, I have put a question in Discord, or I have asked the question in Discord, who built this, and is it intended to be a general store? I'm after giving it a little bit of thought, it's probably Mr. Martin's build, since it kind of matches the building style on these two buildings that have his name. So I'm going to go ahead and wander around a bit and try and find somewhere else to build my store. And I was thinking we might end up picking up this farmland and moving it. This is kind of prime real estate. When you first come out of the nether portal right here, like, this is like really would be a great place to build something. But we don't want to do away with the free foodstuffs for the new players that spawn. So I was thinking we might move it back behind the spawn building and maybe build our general store there. Like I said, prime real estate. Oh, look, somebody's made a path back this way coming out the back. Excellent. There's not one on the other side of spawn that I saw. I mean, there is that path around the side of the building, but there is no path going this way. I know there are a few builds that way. I know Hanari's base is that way, and I remember seeing a house over that way. So let's follow this path, though, and see where it goes. See, yeah, I could probably flatten this right here and put this farmland right here. I hear a zombie. But, let's see here. I think I remember seeing that building. We've got this split. What we got going this way? Oh, is this headed to... Okay, it's just come to a stop right there. Okay, okay. I remember seeing this build. I don't know whose it is. But it looks like someone just laid out the path for future development. I think I'm going to take advantage of this and build back here. Not quite this far. I want it to be closer to the portal. This is okay, and it come to a stop right here. Alright, so plenty of future development area right here along these paths. But yeah, I'm wondering if maybe we should move the farmland stuff. Where is that damn zombie coming from? Why is this tree? Okay. I have no idea where that zombie's coming from. Probably, this probably got built up and he's spawned underneath the grass. In fact, we can check that real quick. Oh well. Alright, well, I'm going to give this a think. What's today? Today's the 11th. It's nearly time to remove this. I think Matt said he wanted to leave it up to like the 19th or something. But yeah, I'm going to give this some thought on what I'm going to do. Do I want to build my general store right over there next to the portal and move the foodstuffs? Or do I want to build back here along this path that somebody made to facilitate expansion? And I don't know what I want to do. So just one random... Oh, no, that's not a cloud. That's that building someone put up there. But yeah, I'm going to give this a little bit of thought, guys, and I'll bring you back once I figure out what the hell I'm going to do next. Alright, here's the plan, guys. We are going to move the food farm stuff over here. And as you come up this path, you will be able to... I will probably change this path up a little bit as well. But we're going to put it all right here. And let's see here. Alright, well, I'm not sure how we're going to do... I think we're going to put it on this level right here. And I'm going to flatten this out over here this way. And maybe I'll put some steps down off of the path. Like these spruce steps right here. I'll probably put those down to step down to this level while it's up right here. Or just drop it back down since it doesn't really need to go up that one more level. I don't know. I'm going to play with it. But that's the plan. We're going to move the crop stuff over here, and we are going to build our general store over there by the portal. So I'm going to bring you back once I've got the food stuff moved, and I will show you my plans on what I plan to do. My plans on what I plan. Yeah, you know by now that I can't get words straight to save my life, but I'm going to get on that, and I'll bring you guys back in a little while. Alright guys, I've made a lot of progress since the last cut. I wanted to show you guys where I was at. I'm nearly done. It's not as good of a build as I had planned in my head, but I think it's not too bad, all things considered. The trapdoors are supposed to be like window shutters, which is kind of neat. I haven't got it done all the way around yet, and I've already got to start on the roof. And I've got this, what do you, not balcony, rail, whatever this is, going around two sides of the building. And I'm probably going to put maybe some upside down stairs here with, that I could put some plants and stuff on, I don't know. But when you go inside, it's, intended to just be a general store. Here's, the checkout counter, and there's shelves of stuff. And I've already claimed a shelf for myself. I think that right there is a pretty fair price for mending books. And welcome to the general store. To sell your stuff, put it in a chest and add a sign with the price of the stuff you're selling. So once I get the roof on here, then I'm more or less done. Here's some extra signs for people in case they're... Oh, I've got a saddle! I found a mob spawner. I was over here building this, and I heard a bunch of zombies growling. So I came over here and started digging into the floor, and I got my butt kicked by a bunch of invisible mobs. Seriously, I had invisible creepers blowing up. I was getting shot at by invisible skeletons. It was crazy. But this right here is the other side of the enchanting area. But if you come this way, I found a cave over here, and I heard more mobs through the wall. So I dug through the wall and found a zombie spawner. And it's just kind of stuck in the middle of this cave. So I don't hear any more growling. So I'm pretty sure there's nothing else over here spawning over here. But I will probably post this in Discord. Or maybe this is something we can build with later. I don't know. I'll post it in Discord in case somebody else wants to build with it. But if not, maybe I'll come back to it later. And we can have a... whoops, where'd my exit go? Where's my exit? We can make a community zombie spawner. Where the hell is it? How do I get out of here? There it is. So maybe I will come back and turn this into a community zombie spawner at some point. So, but I'm going to finish putting the roof on this thing. And, I'm going to bring you guys back as soon as I'm ready to call this a finished job. Alright guys, that is the general store all done. As you can see, I added a fireplace. You know what, I think I'm going to make the top bits of the fireplace stairs to give it a little bit of a taper. Or maybe I'll flare it out with the stair. I don't know, I'm going to change it up, but after I do my cleanup and going back from base, I'm going to bring some cobwebs and make a smokestack coming out of the fireplace. But I'm very happy with how this turned out. I spent about an hour on the roof. I started off with a point. I didn't like it. I cut the point off. I didn't like it. I took the white stripped birch all the way up to the cutoff point. Didn't like it. I added the line of oak, and then I eventually came up with this. And I'm okay with this. I really like that. I've got a bunch of glowstone on top of the roof. Let's see if I can... You really can't tell. But there's glowstone up there, so we won't have any mobs spawning up there. There we go. So, no chance of mobs spawning up there, which is always a plus. And I've quickly show you what I've done with the fireplace. So, this is just the fireplace, and it's very simple, just some brick stairs, and, you know, there you go. They're sitting on top of coal blocks. You can't see them, so that was kind of a waste of coal, but I thought a little bit of realism for, you know, have the fire on coal blocks would be kind of neat. I also added the, I put birch planks here, or not planks, birch slabs in the item frames instead of stone like I did in the mayor's office. So, yeah, this is all done. I don't recall if I showed you my pricing scheme earlier, but I'm going to go with 5 diamonds or 5 crystals for a mending book. And I've got almost half of a double chest here. And also, since I'm desperate for iron for hoppers, I'll also let one go for 64 iron ingots. So, that iron ingots will probably come down. Well, it likely will come off of there at some point, and it'll just be diamonds. But right now, I'm desperate enough for iron to where I'm willing to, you know, so, well, maybe I ought to make that 2 stacks. I don't know. I might change that later. But right now, I need the iron, so that's going to be on there. I never did show you the way what I did over here for the crops that I moved. It's basically the exact same setup as what there was previously, only over there it was just potatoes and wheat, nothing else. I've added some beetroots and some carrots over here. So we are... Oh, no. That was not good. Let's dang it. Don't do that with a shovel. That was funny. All right, let me, I'm pretty sure I left a hoe right there. All right, let's fix that. Don't do that again. That was funny. All right, so we got beetroots going on over here as well as carrots. And, whoops, nope, wrong thing. Let's put the hoe back. All right. So I'm happy with that. This video is probably going to end up being just a little bit longer than usual. But I'm very happy with how this turned out. I'm not going to tell you exactly how long it took me to work this out. As I've told y'all in the past, building is not my strong suit. And I'm learning a lot just by watching other YouTube videos. For example, with depth of, have stuff coming in and out and off the face. Don't just make it a big flat box. So I'm happy with this. We got the balcony around two sides. I bone mealed a lot of grass everywhere, and I punched out all the too high grass, and I punched out like 15 red flowers. There was a ridiculous number of red flowers all over the place. Way too many. So I punched out a bunch of red flowers to try and make it not look like a bloodbath had happened, So, yep, I'm happy with this. I'm going to go ahead and call this the end of the episode. This is AngelBiter. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.